And good morning. Welcome to the Community Voice. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today is June 19th, and we're very pleased to have representatives from the American Legion boys and girls state teams, as well as representatives from the American Legion Post 143. I believe it was Post 70?
Post 70 out of Villa Rica.
Post 70 out of Villa Rica. Today we're going to be discussing the state program. It's a leadership action program where qualified seniors take part in practical government courses. It is designed to develop a working knowledge of the structure of government and to impress upon the citizen the fact that our government is just what we make it. Along the way, delegates have the opportunity to learn the political process by organizing a mythical 51st state. Each level of government is run by those delegates who are elected to serve. Instruction is presented on the law and court system, and of course, parliamentary procedure, Georgia political history. And we're very jazzed to have the participants from the event. The date for the program was actually the 13th. It has come and gone, and we're here to celebrate the participants today. Up first, quick reminder to listeners that this morning's episode, as we with the American Legion and the representatives from the state program here, is currently being live streamed on our WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page. So feel free to hop in the chat and throw some celebrations to the students we'll have in the studio today. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any. You can also share a link to that Facebook stream, as well as to a link to the Gradic Communications YouTube page, which will also have this episode this morning. Up first, we're going to have a lot of folks in the studio this morning. Up first, we have Joseph Wallen, Vice Commander with the American Legion, and Steve Fuller, Commander for the American Legion. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm very pleased to have all of y'all in the studio with us today. If we could, let's start with Steve. If you could maybe give folks some background on this event. And then maybe we could throw it over to Joseph to kind of maybe discuss a bit about how it all turned out. Of course, both of y'all feel free to chime in as need be. So take it away, Steve.
Well, this is something we do annually. We usually send 5 to 7 boys and about 5 to 7 girls, and we start that in the spring. We go into the schools. We go to the guidance offices, and what we're looking for is, well, one of the requirements, you have to have a 3.5 GPA or better to be considered. And we go to them and we ask them, this is what we're looking for, people who are really interested in government, maybe your AP history folks, those kind of people. And then we'll go back, they get us a list of names, they start getting vetted. Usually by the time, we may start with more than that, but usually by the time the rubber hits the road, not us, the schools have narrowed it down to 4 or 5 people.
Excellent.
And we're kind of in competition with Governor's Honors Program. So some of them go to Governor's Honors, some of them go to the American Legion Boys State. And it's a very old program. It's been around since the 30s.
Excellent. And it says, I think it's really cool that this is a co-sponsorship between the American Legion Post 70 and Post 143.
Well, that's Brady. All right, they recruited. Brady goes to Carrollton High School.
Excellent.
Brady Pace, but he's in a Boy Scout troop that is sponsored, I think, by Post 70. So the commander up there, James Watson, has had his eye on Brady for 2 or 3 years.
Excellent.
And he got ahead of us.
Well, it's a prestigious program.
Oh, very prestigious.
And it's amazing, how far this goes on like college admissions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yes, it is.
Joseph, could you tell us a bit about kind of how it went down?
Don't lock up.
Yeah, I know, right? Now,
it sounds like it. They did great. Yeah.
They did.
yeah, they did an absolutely fantastic job. I mean, they all achieved elected positions.
Yes, sir.
They all achieved multiple elected positions, and they were all. I think all 3 of them or all 4 were distinguished for for how well they did, like academically and how they performed in leadership roles.
Amazing. Could you speak a bit to why this is so important? This is something that I'm so grateful to see is going on in the local school systems, a program like this. Maybe speak a bit to its importance, especially from the perspective of the American Legion.
I think it really is important. It's a leadership conference,
Absolutely.
like you said. So you're getting these kids, rising seniors, who are going in amongst very competitive peers, and trying to achieve, their specific goals, and also come together and achieve a larger group goal. And 16, 17-year-olds,
It's incredible.
209 of them, fighting for leadership positions is it's a dog eat dog world, but
They get it done.
They get it done, exactly.
And I mean, and the idea of creating this 51st, this mythical 51st state. I mean, it's the concept alone, is incredible. But also, there's so many moving pieces. So, I mean, I bet it was pretty amazing to see how these kids applied that directly.
They hit the ground running. They went down on the 7th. And then graduated on the 13th. The girls graduated on the 12th. But that first day they're there, they get assigned to a city, and
Yes, sir.
they start creating everything to put the city together. They
Yeah.
have an election the next morning. They get there on Sunday. Their first election is on Monday morning.
Whoa.
So they've got the city put together by Monday, and then they start putting the county together. And by Thursday, they've elected a governor and got everything in place.
Well, a shout out
State.
to the American Legion's Post 143 and 70, and to all the participants. Joseph and Steve, we're so glad that you came on the studio today to join us and kind of establish the significance of this event. We're going to go and take that first commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to have the boys state participants here from Carrollton High School, rising seniors, Henry Carden, Carson Haley, Brady Pace, and Mason Scoville. And then in that last segment, we're going to have the gals on from Central and Carrollton. We're very excited to have them in the studio again. Stick with us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy is a vibrant community built on innovation, academic excellence, and a 64-year legacy of shaping community leaders. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, inviting you to visit the mountain and experience firsthand the passion, purpose, and personalized education that defines our school. Come see how our mission and vision come to life each day. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
And we're back to Community Voice. Time is 8:39. I'm your host, Josh Engel. And today we have had representatives from Carrollton High School, at Central High School, and of course the American Legion as we celebrate the boys and girls state for the American Legion. It's a leadership action program. Qualified seniors take part in a practical government course. They have elections, and of course create from the ground up a hypothetical 51st state. Let's jump right to it from Carrollton High School. Brady, tell us a bit about your experience and maybe kind of give folks at home a kind of a reminder of what you guys were having to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get there on Sunday and we get organized immediately into a city, into a county, and you get assigned your roommates, your counselors, any regular camp, and then Sunday evening you start organizing your city. You start figuring out, okay, who do we want as our mayor? Who do we want as our sheriff? And you figure out your candidates. Monday morning you wake up, breakfast, right away into elections. And then daily was athletics. And then Tuesday evening you start discussing, okay, who do we want for our county? Who do we want to be our sheriff? Who do we want our county commissioner? Who do we want all of our commissioners? And then Wednesday morning, elections for that. And that was the cycle. Every afternoon, every evening, you would begin this discussion about, okay, this is who we want to represent us on this specific level, always increasing. I ended up getting selected as the mayor of my city, Grady City, shout out, and then moving into...
Lonely at the top, you know what I mean?
It's lonely, right. And then moving into I was selected as a senator for my county, Washington County, and eventually selected as the president pro tempore of the Senate. So I had the opportunity to kind of run the Senate, decide, okay, this is how we're going to do things, this is what's going to be introduced, this is what we're going to kind of move past. Acting more so as a whip than actually the president pro temp, but still maintaining some sort of parliamentary procedure. But the hours were grueling. I mean,
I can't imagine. I mean, you guys got there Sunday, and we're having elections Monday.
so yeah, it was 5:45 a.m. wake up and around a midnight kind of go to sleep. And for some people, they decided, okay, let's go on a run in the morning. So they were waking up at 4:45 a.m.
All right, overachiever.
Yeah. Well, one of them's in here right now.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a pretty nice experience. You know, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's throw it over to the overachiever himself. We got my man Carson Haley here. Carson, tell folks a bit about your experience.
Yeah, I mean, like Brady said, we got there Sunday, and we go straight into elections. And first election is the city election. I didn't run for mayor personally, but I did end up kind of being forced into city council. I didn't really want to be city council because it's kind of like a lower position, and I was shooting for the
Well,
stars.
everybody's shooting for the farthest point in leadership they can. I love it. Okay.
But my main goal off the get-go was to get elected as sheriff, and I was immediately introducing myself to everyone. I mean, there's 75 people in the county, so I probably introduced myself to 80% of the people. I didn't secure every vote, but then we got to this county elections, and man, it was close. I ended up tying in the primary for I was the Federalist Party. Shout out the Federalists.
Nah.
Yeah, Brady's a nationalist, but
Love it.
I ended up tying, and I won the tiebreaker. So then we go to the actual elections. I think I won that in a landslide. So I ended up getting sheriff. It was a cool position. I learned a lot about leadership in that position.
It's a sleeper position.
It's
like
a-
the sheriff.
it is-
Oh, it's like a local or whatever. No.
Yeah, no,
It's second
no.
only to the governor.
It's rough out there. I'm basically running things out there.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and that was about it for me. After county elections, I just helped run my county, help get everyone in place. So yeah.
Man, that is serious. I mean, after this experience, I mean, I should have asked Brady as well, but after this experience, is there a piece of you that's like, I mean, I think I could maybe make a go at this, like go into political leadership?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's always been my plan from the get-go, or from when I was younger, but it's definitely made me see like how much I can do and how much I can do to help other people.
And for folks just tuning in, we got the Carrollton High School Rising Seniors that just took part in this awesome program. The Georgia State, it's a partnership with the American Legion. Shout out to them for, of course, helping sponsor these seniors getting up there and participating in this program. It's an amazing crash course in civics and legislation and law. So let's throw it over to, if we could, Henry Carden. Henry, tell us some stuff, man. Tell us about your angle, your experience.
Man, just like Carson and Brady said, once you get there, things are rolling. Like, there's no time to get settled in or have anything like that. Sunday, just like they said, you start setting up your city, and things get going. And one piece of advice for anybody who is going to do this, it is the best thing you will ever do, but do not expect to sleep.
No.
You are not going to sleep at this
Nah.
getaway.
Uh-uh.
It was a great time. Starting Sunday, we were trying to figure out everything for our city, and we really had a very unambitious group of people in my city.
Dang.
So it turned out nobody wanted to be anything except me, of course. I wanted to be my party chair for my city, and I got it because nobody ran against me.
Tremendous.
It was very easy.
So it happens sometimes, it'd be like that sometimes.
So I got elected to that party chair, like I was the party chair for my city, and got put on the state executive committee for my party, which was a whole thing in its own. It was very stressful. We were in charge of getting the candidates, helping select the candidates and campaign them. Like, I was the campaign chair for my party, so I had a big impact on campaigning for the candidates, like word of mouth, stuff like that. And then just like Carson was talking about, I also wanted to be sheriff of my county. So starting Sunday, I started going to meet people. That was stressful in its own thing, just trying to get everybody to like you and talk to them and do its own thing.
Work together.
But it honestly came pretty naturally because, like I've been told, I feel like I like to talk a lot. So it came pretty naturally, and everybody kind of seemed to mesh with me. I didn't have quite the unique experience of Carson is tying somebody on my primary.
Wow.
Because nobody really ran against me. But when it came to that county election, like the whole big county, I was nervous. I was like, dang, because the guy I was running against was a very strong opponent. But I mean, they didn't tell us what the scores were, but I mean, I won, so I was.
Yeah, of course.
I was psyched about that. But it was a great time. I really enjoyed it.
What a great experience! I mean, has it kind of changed your perception of how all this like runs?
Oh my gosh! It made me realize like government is a lot harder than people think. Like everybody wants to hate on the government, but they don't want to understand.
No,
how
they don't
it
want to understand it.
works.
They make it one nebulous, monolithic entity, when in reality, there's just thousands of moving pieces, and some of
Exactly.
these pieces should be updated. Some of these shouldn't. Some of these are working despite that. I mean, that has to blow your perception
Exactly.
out of the water.
It really makes me think like it's incredible how anything gets done in the government, let alone run a whole like one of the top nation or the top nation in the world. Like, how does this happen?
It's unbelievable.
The
I mean,
respect to those guys running.
yeah, I mean, and like you said, nobody wants to understand it. So shout out
Yeah.
to this crew right here, and the girls we'll have later in the show for stepping up and really getting their, putting some skin in the game, figuring out how it works. And these are the folks we'd want to be our leaders moving forward. A lot of folks don't realize that when you test the heat of a pepper and you gauge how hot a pepper is, you actually use it using Scoville units. So coming up, because he's on fire. Sorry, that was the cheesiest set. I had to come up with something. Mason Scoville, let's throw it over to Mason. Mason, man, tell us a bit about your experience.
Yeah, so I think a lot of these boys have covered it so far. I mean, of course, we were planted there on Sunday, and, like, you're just kind of thrown in, like, a seed just into, like, a group of people. You have no clue. I mean, I'm in my room. I have, like, 5 people in there. I have no clue who they are. They're all, like, talking to each other and everything, and I was just there. And, I mean, I started meeting them and everything, and then they're in my city, and I'm like, this is my city. So it was great to meet new people like that. At the first city meeting, I was elected to the city council, and I was city council, and so we get to the county meeting, and I was like, I kind of want to get out of my comfort zone, and so I ran for Senate, and I was campaigning and everything, but I actually lost Senate, and I was like, that sucks. Like, where do I go from here?
What do voters
And,
know?
Yeah, I was like, I got to keep moving, I guess. So I actually ended up running for the Public Service Commission for the state, and so I had to give like a bunch of speeches for that. I had to step out of my comfort zone for real, like campaign a lot, and I ended up getting that, and that was a really good thing, and I was glad I got that, and it really just opened my eyes to how the government works in Georgia. Like it'd been pretty cloudy to me before, and yeah, it was really interesting for me to see that, and it was also really cool to me to like meet all the different people. It's always like I've done different leadership stuff like that, and it's always like such a blessing just to meet so many different people.
Man, congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great experience. It's time for that second break, but real quick, Brady Pace, anybody that you guys want to thank or any final words?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, we'd like to thank the Post 14370. Absolutely incredible that they sponsored us. Thank you to Carrollton High School. Think I can go ahead and say thank you to our parents as well, getting us down there, getting us back up. For me personally, I'd like to thank my city councilors, Grant and Ben. Absolutely great guys. So glad that I can follow in their footsteps in going to Boys Nation next month.
Congratulations, man, and good luck. You're going
Thank
to
you
crush
very
it at
much.
Boys Nation.
Thank you.
Thank you to our Carrollton High seniors here, Henry Carden, Carson Haley, Brady Pace, and Mason Scoville. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go ahead and take that last commercial break, but when we come back, we will have the girls state participants for the American Legion State program, this incredible leadership program that we're learning about today. So stick with us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Do the math. At Oak Mountain Academy, our average graduating class has just 12 students. We celebrate a 100% graduation rate with more than $10.5 million in college scholarships offered. Plus, 96% of our students are accepted into their top choice college. Do the math. Can you see the value of an OMA education? I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, and I'm here to help you do the math. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
And we're back to Community Voice. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's been a tremendous show thus far. We've had a lot of folks on the program today. We've been talking about the Georgia Boys and Girls State competition here, brought to you by the American Legion. It's an incredible opportunity to experience some highly selective leadership and citizenship training programs run by the American Legion, aimed at high school juniors. And entering their senior year, this week-long program immerses students in a mock government simulation where they run for office, write and pass legislation, and get this, manage a 51st state. It's pretty wild. So if you're just tuning in, we had Joseph Wallen and Steve Fuller with the American Legion on the studio. Up in the first segment, we had the Carrollton High Rising seniors, Henry Carson, Brady, and Mason. And now, last but not least, ending the show on a high note, let's throw it to the girls. Today we have in the studio with us Presley McLaren, Mackenzie Swain. I went to elementary school at Swain Elementary, so it's weird saying that. Haven't seen that since then. And we also have Hazley Davis as well as Emily Johnson. And they represent Carrollton and Central, Hazley being from Central, and Emily, Presley, and Mackenzie being at Carrollton there. So why don't we start with Presley? Presley, if you could, of course, your team, this team here was sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary. Shout out to the Auxiliary. We want to make sure we give them some love, as well as give a shout out to Valdosta State University. Thank you guys for the work you put into this, and the Carroll County Sheriff's Department for Sheriff Langley. What's up? For helping get the girls down there. So this is awesome. Shout out to them. So Presley McLaren. You represent Carrollton. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us a bit about your experience.
I was, of course, very nervous going into Girls State. I think most girls were. And then getting there, it was immediately at ease. I feel like I didn't see a single girl that was mean the entire week. I feel like every girl...
Well, they're not leaders. They got weeded out already.
Right. I feel like every girl was so nice the whole time I was there. And I made so many friends that will last me a lifetime.
That's amazing. Cool. Well, did you pursue any particular offices, or is there any highlight from the experience that really stands out?
Yes. So I was actually my county. I was in Jackson City. We're all split up into different cities. And I was my county Superior Court clerk.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I did want to ask, do all the girls participants have this hypothetical 51st state, or is each girls team coming up with one? I wondered if you could tell us a bit about the 51st state you guys came up with.
Yes, of course. So we're all split up into different cities. So I was Jackson City. All the cities are named after actual Georgia cities, and then we're split up into counties. I was in Hull County, and the 51st state is combined with all of the cities, all of the counties. We first elect our city representatives, our officials, our county officials, and then last but not least, we elect our state officials, which is the governor, senators, all of our commissioners. So that's we're all part of this 51st state.
Awesome. Did it have a name, this 51st state?
I don't think so.
I think it was just Georgia Girls State.
Yes,
Georgia Girls
I think
State.
it's just Georgia Girls State. Yeah.
The smarter, better ran state. That's what it is. It's the girls' version. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Presley. Thank you so much. Let's throw the mic over to our next guest, Mackenzie Swain. Mackenzie, let's get this mic over to you. Tell us a bit about your experience.
Well, I think it was pretty good because I was very scared, and I've been to a couple sleepaway camps before, and this was the best one I went to, I think.
I mean, I heard from the guys that, there wasn't a lot of sleeping going on. It was just a lot of waking up bright and early and getting to the elections, getting to get to campaigning. I mean, it sounds like it was pretty high octane, but it was still fun.
Yes.
Awesome. Could you speak a bit about any offices that you went after?
Well, I'm not very competitive, so I didn't want to run for any offices. But my city was very small, so they were like, we all have to run for something because we're not going to have enough people. So I ended up running for city council, and I got it.
Yo! How was that?
It was good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. I mean, I imagine that there, a lot of headaches come with the job, but I have no doubt that you crushed it. So congratulations on participating. This is a wild experience, man. I mean, it's amazing what all the participants from, of course, Rising Seniors from Central and Carrollton have pulled off with this program. Thank you very much, Mackenzie. Let's get the mic over to Hazley Davis. Hazley, you're the representative from Central. Tell us a bit about your experience.
This truly was the week that lasts a lifetime. It was exhausting, but it was so incredibly fun. I don't think I've ever given so many impromptu speeches in my entire life. And you really get pushed out of your comfort zone. You have to meet a bunch of people in one day. We got to hear from some state representatives. It was truly an amazing experience. And I think any rising junior that's considering, going into politics, even if you're not, you should definitely consider going to Girl State.
What's up? I love it. Are you? You're going to be the one that I asked this to, or after the experience, is there a part of you that thinks you might want to pursue this?
A little bit. I ran for a state office. I ran for Commissioner of Agriculture just because I'm super involved with the Future Farmers of America, so it just made sense. But it definitely did make me consider going into politics maybe.
Who knows?
Future's always there, but it definitely made me more interested in looking into politics on a local and state level and getting involved in that way.
In implementing changes, helping folks back home. That's wonderful. Well, I appreciate you, and congratulations, Hazley. Let's throw the mic over to our Carrollton, the last Carrollton Rising Senior, Emily Johnson. Emily, tell us about your experience.
I had such a great experience. I was really worried about being away for like a whole week, but everybody there was so nice, and everybody was nobody was there with people that they knew, so everyone was kind of on the same
equal playing field. You're all in the same situation. Okay.
So it was just a great time. There were a lot of good speakers that we got to hear, both during assembly, that were coming to speak to us, and then our peers.
Cool.
There were some really intelligent people there.
So what about offices? Did you pursue anything? And get a little bit closer to the mic there.
I was also a Superior Court clerk, but for my county. So we kind of had the same role, me and
so you guys were able to judge folk out the gate. You guys became you're on the court there. That's awesome. Any favorite memories that you'll probably hold on forever from this?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I got to meet so many interesting people and have such great conversations. I think I'll think back to those a lot.
Get to meet some cool people. And not many people can say that they've got to do something like this. So, hey, again, shout out to the American Legion Auxiliary for sponsoring these future leaders. You know what I mean? They're going to run the show someday. And, of course, the Carroll County Sheriff, Terry Langley, and the Sheriff's Department, Valdosta State University, for stepping up and holding this event. This is awesome. I'll tell you what, we're actually going to throw it back to wrap up the program. Presley McLaren. Presley, is there anybody else, any thanks you want to give, or any final words for our listeners?
I'm very grateful for my parents not letting me chicken out. I was definitely very nervous before going, so I'm very grateful that they kind of forced me to go, because I ended up having an amazing week, and I've made so many friends that I'm still talking to after Girls State. So I'm really grateful for all those people for welcoming me, and Valdosta State is so beautiful. So I was so grateful to get to go down there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to the Rising Seniors from Carrollton and Central. Of course, again, shout out to the American Legion, Post 143, Post 70, the American Legion Auxiliary, the Carroll County Sheriff's Department, Valdosta State University, and so many more for partnering together to help get these Rising Seniors to this championship here, and learning just what kind of amazing leaders we have right here in our own community. Congratulations, girls. You girls crushed it. Enjoy your senior year. Thank you to everyone who tuned in with us today. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.